Dave. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. And we have a packed show today with a packed show of guests here. So it should be a fun one here. We have, as always, my brother Tim. Right below me, Terry Edelman. And we have a new guest here, if I can point the right – there we go, if I can point the right way. Legion of picks from the Insiders Room Discord chat. How are you doing so far this morning?
Oh, doing pretty good, guys. Thanks for having me on your show. Definitely appreciate it. And yeah.
Absolutely. How was your day yesterday, Terry?
Not bad. 6 and 7 posted plays. Got one of my 2 parlays. But it was my personal bets that I made during the day that really won the day for me. So it was a good day and hoping to keep it going today.
Sounds good. Tim, how was your day yesterday?
You know how it goes now. Yesterday was the 5th day of NBA and the 5th straight profitable day of NBA. Pull up that real quick just to go over and recap that. Didn't bet that Atlanta game. Luckily, I didn't. Wow, I did not expect Cleveland to win by 6. I had Miami. Didn't work out. Whatever. That was an overtime deal. Dallas minus 3.5. Cashed that one. Didn't bet the Bulls game. Luckily, I didn't. I would have been on Detroit. One of the lines I missed was that New Orleans. I got it at 5.5. If I got it at the 7.5. I think at the end, right before game time, it was 7.5. I would have hit that one. That one would have been fine. But of course, at the end of the night, have to finish off with some wins. Milwaukee Bucks minus 7. Cash that one. My best bet of the day was the Portland Trailblazers minus 1.5. They won by 29. I think that one was solid. And then I was all over the Memphis Grizzlies against the Clippers yesterday. So overall, 4-2 day in the NBA. I didn't really bet. All right, we had our college football win 2-3. But overall,
they went in the premiums. Yeah,
in the premium side, yeah. But ultimately, wasn't a bad day. Can't complain.
Yeah. But we do have a packed slate here, so we're not going to go too into detail of what happened yesterday. Say hello to the chat real quick here. What's good, Turnsy? How you doing this morning?
Oh, he's here.
We got this Let's Go Wild guy typing in the chat again. Marco saying, what's up, my guys? Let's cash it today. Hit the like, people. Show some appreciation. Share. Absolutely. It's NFL Sunday, my favorite my favorite day of the week to bet, and we got NBA. Let's get that. Lead us, Nick and Tim. Cool. I'm about to be a kid in a candy store with hot 2 of my favorite sports in one day, finally, with the full slate. Doesn't get much better than that. Yeah. How did you do last night, Tim? You profited.
4-2.
9 overtimes in that Penn State game. Anyone have Illinois plus 12 and plus 1,200 yesterday? Anyone?
I don't know a single soul.
My bad. Here's the better question. Anybody have Kansas first half money line at 2,800? There you go. Chiefs minus 4 today for Turnsy. What's good, fellas? Appreciate the show as always. What's good, Elaine Elliott? Well, let's get right into some football here. We got a lot to go over. We got a bunch of people to give their thoughts out here. The Cincinnati Bengals are at the Baltimore Ravens in this one. Baltimore 6.5-point favorites in this game. 2:30 run back here with the Bengals. We'll kick it on off with our newest guest, Legion. Where are you looking at for this matchup?
Yeah, I took the Bengals plus 7.5. I bought the hook when it was at 7. I know it's at 6.5 now. I think you got to wait to get it at that 7 mark if you're going to play the Bengals here, especially with what we've seen out of the Ravens. This one's a tough call. I think Joey B is going to come in here prepared. I think the offense with the Bengals is a little bit better than the offense of the Chargers. I know you can make cases for the Chargers there. I just don't see how the Ravens are going to slap 2 teams in a row that have good offenses and defenses. And so I look at this game up front. I actually like the defensive line a little bit better for the Bengals than I did for the Chargers there. So I just got to think that they're going to slow the run game down here, and they're going to be forcing the Ravens to try to pass. I know it's hard to contain Lamar Jackson, right? If he's going to rush for 75-plus yards, this and that, the Ravens might just cover this game. But I'm hoping that the Bengals will do enough on the defensive side to give their offense a chance here. And I just like what Joey Burrow's been doing. And I might be a little biased because he's my fantasy quarterback too this week. So I'm kind of, if I'm playing him in fantasy, I'm probably going to bet on him too. So that's why I got the Bengals plus a 7.5.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Terry, where are you looking at for this matchup?
No official bets on this game for me, but I do have Cincinnati in my teaser. I'll go over what my teaser is at the end. But that's what I did because I didn't really like the game. I lean towards the Bengals. I'm rooting for the Bengals. But yeah, plus 6.5. I just didn't feel it was the right bet, so I have them in a teaser. So no official play, but Cincinnati. I'm rooting for the Bengals. So
I like it. I'll take it.
Sounds good. Tim, where are you looking at for this matchup?
Yeah, this is one of the games that I pretty much flip-flopped most of the week, and I end up landing on the home team. I'm on Baltimore today. I know the two on the bottom is not going to particularly like me for that one, but Baltimore has been looking good. They lost their first game against Vegas, but other than that, they've been perfect. They've won their last 5 straight. They've just been looking overall really solid, and this is a big game for them. They win today, and they could really start running away with the division because Browns are they're a walking body bag right now, and Pittsburgh has not been good. I'm sorry, who in the beginning of the year expected Cincinnati to be competitive?
And with the win today, they'd be leading the AFC North.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that one. But I am on Baltimore today. Because looking at what Cincinnati's done, yes, they're 4-2. They beat Miami week 1. Minnesota week 1. I read that quick. Minnesota really hasn't been good this year. Lost to Chicago, who's been bad. They beat Pittsburgh, which we've seen what Pittsburgh's done this year. They beat Jacksonville, not really counting that one. They beat Detroit, who are winless, and they barely lost to Green Bay, even though Green Bay missed like 17 field goals in that game. It's just
that was an ugly game on both sides.
Yeah, I will say I was on Cincinnati for that game. Kind of left a really salty one there, but no, it would be Ravens for me in this one. Ultimately, that's what I came up to. So Ravens minus 6.5. If it got up to a 7, I would really start considering otherwise. Maybe 7.5, 6.5. I like that hook. I'm grabbing the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I'm on the same side as Tim here. I like the Ravens in this spot. I got a minus 6 earlier in the week. I know you got them plus 7.5 for Cincinnati earlier in the week. I got minus 6 with Baltimore. I like this spot here. I had them projected around 9 to 9.5 point favorites in this game, and I'm getting them under a touchdown, which I really like at home. They've looked really solid so far this season, and I just feel like that continues into today. This is going to be a statement game for Baltimore, where they're going to prove who's the real superior team in the AFC North, trying to push down the up and coming Bengals here. So I'm on the minus 6 with Baltimore. I don't mind them at 6.5 as long as you get them under a touchdown. I'm on the Ravens in this spot.
No.
All right.
Fair enough.
Go over to the chat here. Is that a Mavericks jersey and a Dolphins jersey? Yes. Nice. I like them. Marcos is on the Ravens. Stimmy, yo. Not really liking anything, but probably lean towards all the points. Fair enough. What's good, Michael? How are you doing? The lines are sharp today. I'm not a fan of many of these lines. And then we got this Let's Go Wild guy. So moving on here. This is going to be an interesting little matchup. We have the Carolina Panthers. I almost said Hurricanes at the New York Giants in this one. There it is. Panthers minus 3 in this game. Plus 130 run back here with the Giants. Total 43. We'll start with Terry on this one. Where are you looking at for this matchup?
Again, I don't have a pick on this game either, and I don't even have this one in my teaser. If I had to lean anywhere, I'd lean Carolina, but I don't know. This is just I just don't have a good feeling about this game. I was thinking about going Carolina, but I don't know. There's other games on the board I like more.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not a great game. Tim, where are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, I personally didn't get to this one either. If anything, you should be betting Carolina. I don't care that it's in New York or Carolina's looked bad lately. They've lost 3 straight, but this Giants team, they're one of the worst teams in the league. They're averaging 19 points a game. That's 27th in the league. Their offense is not clicking, and their defense is awful. They're allowing almost 30 points a game. You're not going to be able to win games like that. And I feel like that Carolina can piece up this defense. The elite quarterback of Sam Darnold. No, I'm kidding. He's not elite.
Mobile quarterback. Come on.
Yeah, elite mobile quarterback. There you go. No, I'm a Jets fan. I'm allowed to make fun of Sam Darnold. It's fine. But it would be a lean towards Carolina in this game. There's no way I back the Giants at 1-5 right now.
Yeah, Legion.
Well, see, on me, I don't have a pick on this one myself, but if I was to choose, I would take the points. I mean, I don't think the Panthers should be favorites on the road either, right? I mean, both these teams are trash. Both quarterbacks are trash. I mean, yeah, Carolina has a better defense. I guess the better bet on this one would probably be the under 43 would be the better bet. If you're to bet this game, I'd be looking at an under for sure, just because the lack of offense that you're going to get from the Giants. And, we know that Carolina's, the coach came out and said, oh, we're going to run the ball a lot more. And so when you know that, that's just going to milk some clock here. So I think the under 43 would be the safer bet, but I'd stay away from it if you can, so.
Yeah, this was probably the easiest game for me to pass on. I had this game handicapped at Carolina -3. It's Carolina -3. So simple pass for me here. Lean towards the under. Both these offenses are going to struggle with big players out. Shepard is questionable. Barkley, we all know, is out. On the other side, no CMC, I believe. So this Carolina offense is going to continue to struggle. And I would lean towards the under in this spot. Not getting involved in this game, though. I can see this being 24-20 and sneaking over. So this was an easy pass for me on this one. Back over to the chat. Turnsey is on the Panthers -1.5, or -1.5 in the first half, but the Giants full game. Giants secondary is suspect. He's Lane Elliott's liking Carolina. Panthers under for Marcos. Wild helped me bang a 4-way NHL yesterday. Nice. And then boom, cashed a 4-teamer.
There's fond of people in the chat.
Stimmy, is this a Stimmy play, or is this a Stimmy steal your wife's purse and bet the game's play? Let me know. I'm curious. It's a big difference. Big difference.
Yeah, but next we get the Washington football team at the Green Bay Packers in this one. Packers 9-point favorites in this game, around +325 run back here with the Washington football team. Total 47 in this one. We'll kick it off with Tim for this game. Where are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, I know that with this week's slate, with Green Bay being the 9-point favorites, Tampa Bay 11.5, Rams 16.5, and Cardinals being 18. A lot of people are going to be on some favorites today. This one's just not the game. I'm going to be on a favorite for. I'm going to be on Washington today. Just on the points, I just think 9 points is too much to give. I know I had the similar bet last week where I had Chicago +7.5, I believe it was, against Green Bay, and that didn't work out. I think that Washington at least keeps it close in this one, and enough to cover the spread. Green Bay has been playing well. Their defense has been solid. Obviously, they only allowed 14 points up against. Chicago's got a bad offense anyway, but I think Washington at least can contain them a little bit enough to cover the spread. I think 9 points is too much. I got Washington today.
All right. Legion?
Yeah, I would, if I'm betting on this one, I would actually take the over 47 here. And I'd probably lean maybe Green Bay with the points here, because you can get 8.5 at some books. It's at 9, where you guys got it posted out here. But I like the over. It would be my favorite play if I had to bet this game. And I don't have a side on this one myself, but yeah, the reason why I like the over is because Washington is probably going to get 20 points right around there. And if they're getting 20, that means Green Bay's probably getting around in the 30 realm. And it's going to go over. If it goes over, it's going to be over by a few points here. But yeah, Green Bay's defense is not elite, really. And if you're Washington to slow down Green Bay, really, you just got to, cover Devontae Adams, right? That's what the Bears did last week pretty well. And the Bears, they shot themselves in the foot to even cover that game. They should have covered that week, right? Because I was on the Bears for covering, and that didn't happen. So I'm not going to go against Green Bay. I'm not going to go for them. But, yeah, I'd definitely take the over 47. I think that's a safe play. So
Sounds good. Terry, where are you looking at for this one?
So I looked at the last 5 games both teams have played. When Green Bay has been beating teams, bad teams, they've been winning by 10, approximately 10 points. So I like the Green Bay. I got Green Bay -8. I like that play. I think Green Bay is going to take it to a football team. Definitely approximate 10 to 13 point win, in my opinion. And I also took a team total over 28.5 for Green Bay. Washington's defense, which was supposed to be so good before the season started, hasn't been good at all. So I see lots of points for Green Bay in this one, and a nice 10-point win.
All right. Yeah, looking at it for me here, I like that overlook there, Legion, for this game as well. I actually went a different way with this one. I had this game handicapped at around 9. That's 9. But I do see some offense in this game, and I do think that we're going to see at least 20 points from this Washington side. So I like the team total over 19.5. I mean, Henneke is not the worst quarterback. He does throw the ball plenty, so they're going to be able to put up some points in this game. And we know how banged up the secondary is for the Green Bay Packers. So I do think that they are going to be a little bit on the weaker side there. And plus, Washington, other than last week, they've been putting up at least 20 points a game. They put up 22 against New Orleans. They put up 34 against Atlanta. They still put up 21 against that Bills defense. So this is definitely a spot where even if Green Bay is dominating this game, I can see a late touchdown for the Washington football team to push them over 19.5. I think that's a little bit too low of a line. So that's where I just added that play on now. I'm going to take the team total over 19.5 for Washington in this spot. All right. And Tim, and it's a steal your lady, Simi, and lay it type of
Yeah,
play.
he put it down a couple comments.
Yeah. Maybe under 47 for Michael. I'm on the football team as well. And the Stimmy play is the under. Oh, crap. Okay. Tell your lady that your money's gone. I can dig the Washington. Nice. But we'll move on here. There's another interesting game. Should be a fun one to watch. Kansas City Chiefs are at the Tennessee Titans in this one. Chiefs 4.5-point favorites in this one, around plus 175 run back here with the Titans. We'll kick it on off here with Terry in this game. Where are we looking at for this one?
So I underestimated Tennessee last week versus the Bills, and I paid for it. Like literally paid for it. So in this game, I was looking at Tennessee plus 4.5 or the money line. I was thinking, okay, I could do that, but safer play and the best play that I see is Tennessee team total over 26.5. Kansas City's defense has been god awful. Like literally watching these games and like they can't stop anybody. I don't see them stopping Derrick Henry or the Titans. So asking for 27 points isn't too much to ask in my opinion. So I'm going Tennessee team total over 26.5.
I like it. Tim, where are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, I like the over idea. I went over the 57.5 in general. You're getting a Kansas City team that's got a top 5 offense in the league. They're scoring 30-plus points a game, and their defense is allowing about the same. Tennessee, we know that they can perform on offense. They're starting to get their weapons back. They just beat the Bills last week, which would make me feel like this would be a good Kansas City spot, like a little bit of a letdown spot for Tennessee playing on Monday night and then coming in and playing against another big team. But I still think you're going to see a bunch of offensive points in this game. Even Tennessee is scoring 27.7 points a game, one of the top 10 in the league. So you're getting 2 top 10 offenses and 2 defenses that are in the bottom portion of the league. Defense for Tennessee is allowing 26 points a game, 24th in the league, and then Kansas City's allowing almost 30. That's 30th in the league. So you're getting 2 really bad defenses, really good offenses. I have a feeling that this game you could see this game going into the 80s, possibly today, where it's like a 42-45 type game at the end, and it's just like shootout back and forth. This is gonna be your highest scoring game of the day. So there you go.
Legion, where are you looking here?
Yeah, no, I think it is going to be high scoring here. And if I believe that as well, I think I'd be on a prop play. Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns. I watched that Tennessee secondary just fall apart, against the Bills there with injuries. I don't know who's actually coming back. Some of these guys are probably last minute scratches. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, I would look for Pat Mahomes to just destroy that secondary, because we all know that running the ball there today, I mean, Darrell Williams did okay on his last outing. I think Pat Mahomes is going to have to do a little bit more maybe with his legs too, right, to extend drives and things like that. So this is a good spot, for Kansas City to make it right and come back. And I have them winning the game on covering the spread. That's a tough call. I have Kansas City, put them in a teaser. I think that's, if you like Kansas City, have them in a teaser. But yeah, I agree with the over, but I'm going to be on Pat Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns myself in this one.
Hey, that's good to hear, considering I have Patrick Mahomes on my fantasy team. And and the worst part this week, I'm going up against Matthew Stafford. So that's not going to be pretty. So I need all the points I can get.
Yeah. And looking at for me here, I like the over in this spot as well. I think that we do see some points in this game. We know that both these are very good offenses. Derrick Henry's honestly probably one of, if not the best offensive player in football. As we see, Kansas City goes over. Both these teams have gone over in 4 of their 6 games so far this season. On average, Tennessee goes over their total by 4.2 points a game, and Kansas City goes over their total by 5.4 points a game. And it would be a lean towards Tennessee as well for me, because if we look at Kansas City, the one thing they've struggled to do, and this has been going on since last year as well, is cover a spread. They're 2-4 against the spread this year. On average, they lose to the spread by 3.8 points a game. This is still a very overvalued team on the market. And Tennessee's actually been pretty good against the spread this year. They're 4-2 against the spread so far this season. So it'd be a lean towards Tennessee. And that's why, it's a lean towards the Tennessee Titans, a lean towards the over. I end up going with that team total over as well, like Terry did at minus 26.5. If you look at what this Kansas City defense has done all year, it's not much. They give up 29.3 points a game, which is 28th in the NFL. They looked good last week against Washington, only giving up 13, but 38 the week before, 30, 36, 29. This team gives up points, and I think that the Tennessee Titans can put up some points as well. I like the team total over 26.5 for this in this spot for Tennessee. Turnsy saying going to be a huge recency bias on the Titans. They just beat the Bills in the last second play. Chiefs looking mediocre. Titans are my team. Is Henry really going to run for 130 yards a game? Yes, he is, because he's Derrick Henry. I am on the Chiefs.
I mean, you could be on the Chiefs, but I still think you're going to see a big game out of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, anytime touchdown could be an interesting look.
Yep.
Green Bay over.
What, even
Tennessee
money?
Over. Yeah, probably. Moving on to the next game, though, and the marquee matchup of the day. The Atlanta Falcons are at the Miami Dolphins in this one here. Falcons 1.5 point favorites now. Miami plus 110 run back here. We'll start with Tim in this game. Where are you looking?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a bet on this one, but I have a strong opinion. I'm on Atlanta. And the main reason why is I really think the NFL screwed Miami. They should have had their bye week this week, just because they're coming back from London, and coming back from it is not going to be easy with the time zone change, and especially it's a big deal coming from London to the United States again. It's just a whole throwing off, and I still think they're going to come off a little sluggish because we saw with when the Jets played Jacksonville, I believe both teams ended up having a bye that next week, and it worked out nicely.
Falcons.
Well, no, Jets and Jets and Jaguars. Oh,
This
no.
year? No, they played the Falcons this year.
Jets and Falcons. Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, Jets played the Falcons in London.
Yeah,
And then
sorry,
Jacksonville played Miami.
Miami played. Yes. That's what I was getting at. Atlanta and the Jets had bye weeks after their London game. Now you're getting Miami, who's coming right from London. This is an Atlanta spot for me. Atlanta opened up at like 3-point dogs and have moved to favorite. So if you wanted them, you missed your line, but go from there.
All right. Legion, where are you looking for this game?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be on Miami plus the 2.5 points is where I'm at. And I know the travel from London is daunting. We don't have the rest like the Falcons do. But what do the Falcons do, after having a bye week, right? They're not really the greatest after a bye week. And I think the Dolphins actually have a better defense than the Falcons here. And I liked what I seen from Tua. And yeah, it's hard to say you're going to back Miami after they lost to the worst team in football, the Jaguars, right? So it is hard to say, yeah, I'm going to spend my money and take the 2.5 points with Miami here. But I think they keep it close here. Matt Ryan hasn't looked like himself. I mean, Calvin Ridley, he's been really non-existent out there when he is playing. And I think Miami's going to do enough to keep it interesting here. And it's probably going to come down to like a last-second field goal and things like that. But I put my money back in Miami from what I've seen from Tua. And that's just the way I got to go on this one. So that will be a play I am on today for sure. So
awesome. Terry, where are you looking at for this one?
1-800-GAMBLER.
Wow. Do it.
Stop it. Get some help.
There you go.
Jersey said it in the chat, 1-800-GAMBLER, and I wouldn't touch this game. The only way I would touch this game is if somebody gave me a free bet. If they're like, "Here's $100, bet on this game," then I'll bet on the game. But other than that, there's no chance. Well, if they're giving me $100, they're saying bet on this game. Like obviously, I would have to bet on it. Like, I'm not gonna steal their money and run, but like, there's no way. Like, there's no way I go near this game.
Fair enough. Yeah, looking at this one for me here, what has the Atlanta Falcons done this season to prove that they should be laying any type of points on the road? That's the biggest thing for this one. I'm getting plus money to fade the Falcons on the road. I'm going to jump on that. Miami Dolphins plus 110 is my play for this game. And I know Miami has not looked good, but I had this game projected Miami -2. I don't care that they're traveling back from London. It is what it is. This is still a really bad Atlanta Falcons team. And plain and simply, they shouldn't be laying any type of points, even if it's 1.5, 2.5 on the road. Give me the plus money here with the Miami Dolphins. I think there's value on that spot. And Turnsy's saying 1-800-GAMBLER. Lines are sharp. The season's going on, and the books are getting smart. Easy. Might be a good teaser day, yeah. Nick or Tim hit the 1-800 for Atlanta. Yep. Pitts over 18.5 longest reception. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Miami team total. Maybe.
I like that team total over 22.5. I think that's good.
Yeah, it's 23 on my book. I don't mind it. A lot in the last 3 weeks. Oh, the Pitts. Yeah. Miami wins. Falcons shock all the time. T1
T1 is League of Legends. I just looked that up now. I'm trying to find the T1. I don't see what you mean by Team 1 is. I see that they won in a group stage, but there's still games going on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they come out of the LCK region, the Korean.
All right, we're not talking League of Legends here. We're talking some New York Jets and New England Patriots now. This is Tim and I's best bet over on Picks and Parleys, but we'll let Legion and Terry discuss this game. We'll start it off with Terry here. Where are you looking at for this one?
No official play in this game for me, but I do have it in my teaser because it did jump out at me, but I wanted to get the extra points. I took under. Let me see exactly what it is. Within my teaser, it's under 49.5. So that's the extra points I got for it. I just see it being a low, close, low scoring game. So that's the best way I can go for it. Maybe the most 24-20 or 24-21, but I don't see a lot of points in this game. But I didn't want to take under 42.5 because that's still really pretty low. So I put in my teaser.
Fair enough. Yeah. Legion, where are you looking here?
Yeah, no, I actually, this would be a teaser spot. I would take New England just to get them down to -1 area or something. I could see this one. You can actually probably teaser either side. I think this is the game you could teaser for sure. The Jets get more points, and that's going to work out for you. Or choose New England down here for them to win the game. And the thing is, the Patriots have not won at home yet this year, right? So that's the biggest reasons why I would tease them down to finally get a dang home win. They're doing things the right way against these better teams. They just can't finish the damn game for whatever reason. So here I believe in Belichick on this one, that he's going to have this team ready to go against a Jets team that's hit and miss on offense and things like that. So I would tease down the Patriots on this one. And then for the over under here, that 42 is suspect here. I think this thing could go over, honestly. I see New England probably getting 27 points or something, and the Jets are probably going to be right around 24 points, something like that, is what I could see happening in this one. So
Fair enough. Looking back at the chat, Pro Bill says, let's hit that like button. Yes. But he's saying the Jets win this game. Jets +7 for Turnsey. It's a lean. And it's a good point about being winless at home so far. Yeah. But we'll move on here. We'll go from winless at home to winless in general. The Detroit Lions. And I don't think it gets any better today. They're at the LA Rams in this spot. Rams a slight 16.5 point favorite in this game, around +790 run back here with the Detroit Lions. Total 50.5. So we're all going to be on the Lions money line, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Legion, go.
Yeah, no, on this one, honestly, I think you could teaser. I think the Lions here for more points. I do have them in a teaser for more points here, and it's not my best teaser by no means. But I think there's going to be a little bit to Detroit here wanting to move the ball against this Rams defense and try to make a statement, but they're not going to make a statement. The Rams are just going to catch up to them, and they're just going to run away with this game. And if they don't run away with it early, it's definitely going to be late. The Rams are the way more complete team. They got the better coach. Everything's just going for them, right? And then the way that the quarterback play for the Lions has been right now, it's really hard to even, put them in a teaser for extra points. But anytime I can get something for over 3 touchdowns here on an NFL game, I'm going to try it for sure. I mean, it's just it's still hard. I mean, I think you'd still tease the Rams down too, but I'd rather have the plus points, and I'll trust Goff to keep it within 3 touchdowns for me. So we'll see. This one might bite me, but I don't have a for sure play on this one. And I guess if you're looking at the over-under, I would probably lean to the over just because I think the Rams are going to be in probably the mid-30s for sure. And Detroit, I got them, hopefully getting about 20. So I think the over would be a safe play here too. So
that's fair. Terry, where are you looking at for this one?
I stayed off this game completely. Didn't even put in my teaser either. It's the Goff going back to LA and Stafford going back to Detroit. I just don't like, or not going back to Detroit, but facing Detroit. I just don't like that. I don't like that situation. So I'm just staying off because don't feel comfortable with it. So not a lot of plays for me in NFL this week. It's just the week. I don't know what to say because I'm a high volume bettor, but I can only find 5 plays in this week that I like. So
yeah, I totally understand that. I'm the same way. Tim, are you looking at anything in this game?
Detroit Lenny, if you're out there watching, I would just take your headphones and just go. This is going to be an ugly game. This is going to be a really, really ugly game.
Just
and it hurts because I know I have to go up against Matthew Stafford in fantasy this week. I have a feeling he's going to throw for like 5 touchdowns today. You're going to, because this Detroit defense is awful. This Detroit offense is awful. I have a feeling, yeah, you got 50. I think that you could possibly see the Rams put 50 up by themselves in this game. I don't think it's going to be pretty one. It's a 16.5-point spread for a reason. And I'm just not this is just not a play that I don't have it bet. I don't have it bet by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not laying 16.5 points on a team in the NFL. They're still professional teams, but this one's going to be ugly this weekend. So no, I laid off of it, but it would definitely be a lean towards the Rams minus all the points.
Yeah, looking at this one, let's slam the line. I'm just kidding. I'm not touching this Lions team. This was a really tough game to try to approach. I had a couple spots I was looking at this game. I haven't pulled the trigger on any of them yet. This is our first 4:00 game we're going over, so I'll have a little bit of extra time to think about this one. A couple of spots I was looking at was either the team total over 33.5, but now that's up to a minus 125 for the Rams. And the other one was laying 9.5 points on the first half line with the LA Rams. I think they come out early and they go up 17-6 in the first half or something along those lines. This is not going to be a particularly close game. I'm kind of close to coming in on this first half line, but I'm not going to get involved in this game right now. This is just I feel like this line is just a bit too wide for me to get to anywhere on this game. I'm not trying to lay 16.5 points with the Rams. And I don't trust the Lions to keep it within 17. So it's going to be a pass for me for this spot at the moment. I don't really see a need to get to this game. Bahiti's saying Lions 16.5 just for Lenny. This is a parlay weekend. Yeah, just take what was it? Take the Packers, take the Rams, take the Cardinals, and take the Buccaneers all on the money line and call it a day.
And Ravens.
Yeah. The clerk at the gas station just asked me who to bet today. I told them to tune into Earle Sports Bets. There you go. That's
advertisement.
That's a smart move there, Turnsey. Very smart move.
My dad knows I'm streaming. We're on the show right now, and he just tried to call me.
Yeah. Oh, well. We have the Eagles next. They are at the Las Vegas Raiders. This is now down to a -2. Looks like some money coming in on these Eagles. Plus 120 run back here. Total 48.5. We'll kick it on off with Terry for this one. Where are we looking for this game?
So I'm on Vegas money line. I got it at minus 149. Yeah, so I'm looking at it. Vegas surprised me last week. First Denver, I kind of thought on the road after the Cole Gruden incident, it was kind of hard to see how they would come out. I know most teams tend to play well after a coach is fired, but can Vegas sustain it? I think so. I don't really like this Eagles team. Vegas being at home, I grabbed them on the money line yesterday because the spread was -3, and I didn't really want to take that -3. I'm probably going to add a little bit on Vegas -2.5 because that's what it's at my book. So I'll probably look at maybe see if it goes down to -2 or -1.5 or something closer to game time. But yeah, I like Vegas in this matchup.
Yeah. Sam, where are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, this one was another one that I didn't really particularly like. It would definitely be a lean towards Vegas. I have not seen much from Philadelphia this year that really makes me want to go out and put my money on them. Raiders should be able to. They played a good game last week against the Denver Broncos. They were able to get the win there. And honestly, I think Denver is a slightly better team than Philadelphia. So I feel like this should be a relatively cut and dry win as long as Darren Waller gets the ball, a good chunk of receptions and stuff. He's not going to be able to get stopped unless they double team him. And then when they start double team him, you got some wide receiver one-on-one action on the outside. So I do think that the Raiders, with their offense, will be able to do enough to beat this Philadelphia team, which I don't really think will do much. And it would be a lean towards the under 48.5 for this game, just because I don't see Philadelphia scoring much.
Fair enough. Legion, where are you looking at for this matchup?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Under 48.5. I don't think there's a whole lot of scoring. And if there's going to be scoring, it's probably from the Raiders. But I'm on the Raiders money line myself. I got them at minus 145. Now I see that's getting down to like minus 130, 125. But I still like where I'm at with my bet here. I was on the Eagles the last couple of weeks, and they covered, even against the Buccaneers there. And that was a lucky cover for sure at the end of that game. But so knowing that I've been on the Eagles, the last couple of games here, this is why I'm going to fade them, and I'm going to go with the Raiders here because I was also on the Raiders against the Broncos. And so I just look at it where it's a home game since the Chargers lost, right, the last outing. So this is a spot for Vegas to catch up in that division. And so I think they'll get it done here. They're going to win the game. I'm covering the 2 points with -2. That's a fine bet as well. But anytime, usually if it's under 2.5, most of the time I'm on the money line, whether it's +2.5 or -2.5. Usually I'm going to, talk myself into just taking the money line, just for the value of that. But the Raiders offense, they're going to do more. That Eagles defense is suspect. The Eagles, they are probably like in a must-win situation, right? I guess early in the season here because they only got 2 wins here, 4 losses, and they're just they might go for it on 4th and 2, 4th and 1, right? A bunch of times they might do some trick plays and stuff, and if they're making it on 4th and 2 and stuff, then they might be in this game later than I think. But I'm gonna rely on Derek Carr and company. I think he, took the reins of that team last week, and I like, him going forward into this week. So that's the reason why I'm going to back the Raiders on this one.
Yeah, looking at the spot here at the 3, and when it was at 3, I was looking a little bit more towards Philly. Under the field goal, I'd look more towards Vegas. I see this being a field goal type of game in this spot. I have no interest in really betting this game. I see no value on either side. I don't really like the total in this spot. I can see this being 28-20 type of game. So I think that's kind of spot on the total there. I just see nothing in this game really of any type of value for me to get to. So this one was in the pass for me. Head back over to our comment section here. Wow, we have a decent amount here. Michael Robertson's on the Raiders. So is Bathidi. Raiders now -125 at MGM. -2 making doubt it. The must win. Raiders money line for Lane Elliott. Is Waller injured?
Waller was added to the Raiders injury report Saturday and is listed as questionable with an ankle injury and is viewed as a game time decision for today's game.
Oh, he'll play.
He'll play. The only chance that I didn't see him playing is if it said he is out.
Yeah.
If it says game time decision, he's going to play. He's fine. He's good.
Yeah. I like Vegas just fine at -140. I think it's a gift at -125. I'll see you guys in the chat. See ya. Here we go. I'm on the Lions. Team total over 7.5 in the first half. Interesting look. And then Waller's game time decision got hurt in practice. Interesting. Moving on here. The Chicago Bears are at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this spot. Buccaneers 11.5-point favorites. Brown plus 475 run back here on the money line. Total 47. And we'll kick it on off with Tim here. Where are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, this one's actually one of my more favorite plays of the day. I'm on the under. I know it's a lower total. 47 is especially during midseason at this point. But this Chicago team is 2 totally different teams on each side of the ball. Their offense is awful. They're averaging 16 points a game, which is 30th in the league. I believe the only teams that are worse than them so far is Houston and the Jets, I believe, are the 2 worst teams. And then on defense, they've only allowing 20 points a game. That's 8th in the league. Their defense is what's keeping them afloat. And this one's just shouting under because I don't see Chicago scoring much at all. And I think they could slow down Tampa Bay's offense, even though Tampa Bay's got the third best offense in the league. No Gronk and no Antonio Brown for this receiving core. I mean, don't matter. Tom Brady can make a freaking high school lacrosse player into an all-pro wide receiver, but it's one of those spots where I'm really liking the under in this game. It's just I think that both defenses hold each other down, and with an under would be a lean towards the Chicago Bears plus all the points. But my main play, the one I have bet, is the under in this game.
Fair enough. Legion, where are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, I would be back in Tom Brady and co. at the minus 11.5 here. I just, from what I've seen from Chicago, they let me down last week against the Packers here. I wouldn't be losing money taking them to cover the spread. The Buccaneers, even without Gronkowski and stuff, I mean, they're still a good team that on both sides of the ball. I think the defense isn't what it was, last Super Bowl, right? But I think they're slowly trying to get better. I know they're just banged up in the secondary here. But, them being banged up in the secondary, you're going to tell me Justin Fields is going to go out here and have a career day? No. And from what I've seen, that ain't happening. And so, yeah, I can agree with the under here. I think the line, when it came out at 49, I think that's the prime deal for sure. The 47, I mean, it could end up being right around that. But I still would agree with the under. But my better bet would be Tampa Bay minus the points here.
That's fair. Terry, where are you looking at for this matchup?
No official play on this game for me. I did add it to my teaser, though. I didn't want to take Tampa Bay minus 11.5. I just don't want them to win by 10 or something and then lose that. So I put it in my teaser and got it at -5. I like that a lot more. If I can see if Tampa's going to win this, they're going to win by a touchdown. So I took it in my teaser, but no official pick for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I didn't get to this one either. I had this game handicapped Tampa Bay minus 12.5. It's now 11.5, so I guess it would be leaning towards the Bucs in this spot. Maybe at even money, lean towards team total over 30.5. I understand this Bears defense is supposed to be good, but I could see the Buccaneers. They have a really good offense, put up some points here against this Bears defense. But once again, I didn't get to anything on this game, and I don't think I'm going to get to anything on this game. So this one was a plain and simple pass for me on this game. Good morning, Tiffany Myers. How you doing?
Morning.
Packers.
No.
He's on the Packers.
Nope.
I'm already locked in. Tell me if I got a winner. Rams, Arizona, Chiefs.
Well, I mean, if you're going to pick the two biggest favorites on the slate, then I'm guessing one of them's going to win. And the Chiefs, yeah, I don't mind the Chiefs.
In my notes, I have Tampa Bay game under written down from a few days ago. I can dig it.
Yeah, I can tell you why you have it written down from a couple days ago, because me and Lenny did a total chaos, and I was all over the under.
Oh, yeah. But we'll move on here to our last game before Sunday Night Football. And this line's actually moved since let's switch that up a little bit. This line's moved since I typed this game up less than an hour ago. Arizona is now a 19-point favorite. You can get the Houston Texans for around plus 750 in this spot. Total of 47 in this game. I saw that reaction, Terry. Where are you looking at for this game?
Well, I took the same pick as you. Talking about it yesterday on our watch-along stream that we did. I liked that play, so I took it. I got Arizona team total over 33.5. Arizona's looked so good this year, and Houston's looked so bad. So asking Arizona to score 34 points, I don't think is that much to ask. This should be a good win for them. So I took Arizona team total over 33.5. And then also I have them in my teaser at minus 10.5.
Sounds good. Tim, where are you looking at for this one?
So am I the only one grabbing the Houston Texans money line today, or no? No, this one should be an absolute blowout. We talked about this one as well. I talked with Lenny and Allie on Total Chaos. I have the under in this game as my play from there, just because at 47, I could see this one being 42-0. I honestly, there's nothing on this Houston team that's telling me that they're going to be able to score. I think this could be a very similar game to when Houston played Buffalo earlier in the year, and it was 40-0. I think it's an under game. I really think that Arizona is. I still think they're a top 3 team. I don't quite think they're the best team in the league just yet, but I do think that this is a solid spot for an under. I think that you once again, I don't really. If Houston scores more than 10, I'd be very, very surprised. So maybe even Houston team total under, that could be a play as well. But I'm just not on this game. I didn't bet it. I don't really feel a need to go and bet the biggest spread game of the year so far.
Legion, are you?
Yeah, so I'm not. If I was to bet on this game, I'm staying away. I would actually be inclined to take the over in the sense I do think Houston's going to put up some points. They're not going to get skunked at 0 here. And the reason is the Arizona, they're going to be playing the Packers next week, right? So why wouldn't the coach, if Arizona's blowing them out 30-0, right, going into the third quarter or something, why wouldn't they want to start sitting some of their players then? If they got Green Bay, next week. And so that's where I would be inclined that this is a classic, I think, backdoor cover from Houston, especially at the 19.5 points here. I mean, that's like that's really suspect that, the Cardinals are going to cover that, knowing that they have the Packers coming up next. So I'd be leaning with the points, and I'd be leaning with the over just because I have Houston getting at least 13 points here. So that's what I have for them. But yeah, like I said, maybe Arizona does get 40-something, but we'll see, man. I'd be on Houston with the points and on the over. So
I feel like Arizona would be able to cover even with their backups in. I don't think this Houston team is good.
Hey, you might have a valid point there, right?
But that's whatever works.
Yeah, but we're also looking at, for this game, an Arizona team who is 5-1 against the spread so far this year. And they beat their spread by 12.8 points a game. So they're not just covering the spread, they're obliterating the spread. I feel like this Cardinals team can sleepwalk and win by 23 points in this game. To be completely honest, even in a look-ahead spot with Green Bay next week, I was so tempted on laying 18 or 17.5, 18 points on this Arizona Cardinals team, to be completely honest, because I think they absolutely dominate this game. I end up going team total over 33 at -110. I feel like at least they'll put up 34 points against this team. This is just a really bad Houston Texans team, and this is a really good Arizona Cardinals offense. They're 6-0 so far this year, and in those 6 games, they've put up 38, 34, 31, 37, 17, and then 37. They've put up at least 30 points in all but one game. And they've absolutely looked really good. So I think that this is a spot where we see them put up 34, 37, even 40 points against this Houston Texans defense. I just think that this is a spot where, I'm going to go with the Cardinals on their team total for this one. And looking at the chat, Michael Robertson's on the first half over 6.5 for the team total for the – really? That's their team total is 6.5? It's 7 at +110.
Can I get the under?
Under 7 points?
Yeah.
That's the first half, though.
First half.
Yeah.
Well, I think Houston's points, if they're going to come, I think they'll get some in the first half. I don't know quite about if they're going to get a touchdown. I think their touchdown, when they get one, it's going to be in the second half, in my opinion.
Garbage time.
Why I haven't getting at least 13 points here, but I think they'll probably get 2 field goals in the first half. So you either going to win by that hook or lose by it, depending on what side you're on here.
The team total for the Cardinals in the first half is 16.5 at -135. That's kind of crazy.
And that's probably a good bet too, right there at the first half for the Cardinals. Honestly,
You guys are twins?
AB. Me and Terry are twins. Yeah,
you can tell that.
D-Hop, anytime touchdown, I love it.
Yeah, yes, especially against Houston, a revenge game for them. Yes, I'm totally down for that one.
All right, but we'll move on. Last game of the football card here, and we made it to Sunday night in under an hour so far.
Wow.
Indianapolis Colts at the San Francisco 49ers. Niners 3.5 point favorites in this game. We're on +160 run back here with the Colts. total 42.5. We'll kick it on off with Legion here. Where are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, I think if you were early on this and you got the Colts for plus 5.5, that's where you want to be. And now that it's kind of 3.5, I'd probably lean towards the 49ers. I think this is going to be a close game. The weather's supposed to be terrible. I think the Colts actually do a better job running the ball, but their defense has been suspect here. I don't know if getting Jimmy G back here is an upgrade, from what I've seen from him when he was healthy at the beginning of the year. I think they're without Kittle still, so that's his security blanket. So not having that out there, it's going to be hard for him. The under is probably the better play at 42.5. That's probably where you want to put your money at if you're betting this game. I'm staying away from it myself, but those would be my leans. If you got the Colts early, take for the plus points, that'd have been great. Now I'd kind of lean a little bit more towards the 49ers, but yeah, the under would for sure be the better play here. So.
Fair enough. Terry, are you looking at Sunday Night Football at all?
It's in my teaser. So I went the same way. I went with the New England and New York Jets game, and I took the under and teased it up. So I got under 50.5. So yeah, I like that. Under 50.5. And hopefully I cash my 18 teaser with that under 50.5.
Nice. Tim, are you looking at anything for this game?
Ready for this one? I feel like this is good. I will start off by saying I did not bet it, but this will be your slaughter game. A lot of people are going to be on San Francisco, minus the points at home. They're going to think it's a solid spot. Even with Trey Lance out, I'm not really too hung up on it. Kittle still out, and T.Y. Hilton, as Michael Robinson just mentioned in the chat, is also out. I still think Indianapolis wins this game straight up. I think this is going to be your slaughter game, the one that kills all the parlays, because everybody will see, San Francisco is looking halfway. No, they're not really looking good this year, but they're favorites at home. Money line, click it and move on. And I think this might be your slaughter game. I think Indy comes into San Fran, because if you look at the two divisions, San Francisco is starting to sink faster than Indianapolis definitely has a shot to win the division still with Tennessee in their division. And they see that, and they're going to really go balls to the wall and try to stay pace with them. San Fran is just kind of struggling at this point. Their big quarterback, Trey Lance, not going to be in. Jimmy G, I don't think that's an upgrade. No. He has not been good this year. They took him out for a reason. And it's got to be a Colts spot for me here. Jonathan Taylor, I think, runs all over them, and I think we get a solid Colts win tonight. So I don't have a bet on this one just as yet, but I might be grabbing Indianapolis on the money line.
Sounds good. Yeah, looking at this one, I don't know if it's really going to be considered the slaughter game. I'm seeing 51% of the tickets, 60% of the money is on the Colts. So I do see some sharper money coming in on Indianapolis in this spot. If you wanted the Colts, you missed your line, though. You should have gotten 5.5 in the beginning of the week. And with that being said, I'm probably going to look to pass on this game. The only spot I would really get to if I was looking to bet this game is maybe a team total under for the San Francisco 49ers at 24. I think that they're going to struggle offensively. As you said, no Kittle. They really don't have much of a running game. And I just don't trust this Colts defense, though, to keep them under 24 points. So this game is just going to be a pass for me. I'll probably be watching hockey at that point. I think the Wild play at that time, so I'll probably be watching that game. But yeah, I'm not gonna be probably watching this game or betting this game. So this one's a pass for me.
That's fair.
But that's good. Look at the chat here. Hopkins anytime touchdown -105.
That's not bad. Yeah, I like it.
Price. TY is out, but I like the Colts as well. CSN says hi, awesome people.
Hi, Rat.
Anytime touchdowns for Elliott.
Devontae Adams,
DJ Moore, DeAndre Hopkins, Jonathan Taylor.
I like them. Roll it.
Colts team total over 19.5. It's 20 at my book, and I don't mind that. You just need 3 touchdowns from them. I can see the Cardinals up big, and then taking their If you think the Cardinals get up big in this one, Cardinals first quarter minus 6.5.
Yeah, why not?
First quarter 6.5.
Is it crazy? Is it crazy to think that they could have a double-digit lead after the first quarter?
No, absolutely not. So yeah, I'd probably look either first quarter or first half with the Cardinals in that spot. Then, if you think it that way, but that's our entire NFL slate. We do have some NBA basketball to get into, so we'll kick it on off here. The Charlotte Hornets travel to the Brooklyn Nets in this spot. We have the Nets as 9.5-point favorites on a plus 330 run back here with the Hornets. Tim, what are you looking at for this game?
I will start off by saying Sundays, especially during football season, are my favorite days to bet NBA. That's where you get the softest lines because everybody's betting football, nobody's betting basketball. There's 6 games today. I have a play on every single game, which normally doesn't happen. I normally have some games I lay off. No, I have plays on every single game in this one. We'll start it off by an over in this game. And one of the big things is bet your plays early. I got this line at a 231.5 last night. Now it's a 233. I still think it goes over. I still think we see Brooklyn probably put up 130 points by themselves. We've seen what the Hornets have done the first 2 games in terms of their defense. They allowed 122 points to the Pacers. Pacers are not particularly a good team. And Cleveland scored 112 on them. Not particularly good team. Not to mention the Charlotte team has been putting up points as well. Granted, they were not against good defenses like Brooklyn's is. But I think Brooklyn puts up 130 points by themselves today. And all we would need is around 100, 105 from Charlotte to push the over. I like the over in this game. I think we get there.
If you think the Nets put up 130 points by themselves, why not just bet their team total?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's what I'd be thinking, man.
I mean, I like the team total, but one of the big things is because honestly, I could see it being flipped the other way where Charlotte could score a bunch of points in this game as well. So grabbing the over in general is just the more confident play. Plus, I could put stuff like that. It's one of the free plays on picks and parlays. So I like to be able to throw my plays up there as well.
Fair enough. So, Legion, are you looking at NBA at all today or not really?
No, not today. I've just closely watched it here for the first couple weeks of NBA. I've had a couple bets going. You know, yesterday I was on the Dallas Mavericks that cash. I usually just do one bet a day kind of thing. Yep. And I'm not taking anything today. I'm just kind of watching, see what happens. You know. And usually when I bet, I'm usually only using half units for the first couple weeks for basketball until I can get a good feel for what's going on here. And so unless I really see something that jumps out to me, then I'm just going to pass here. So I'll probably just take it off the air, guys, myself. You know, and then I'll hopefully in the next week or two, I can be on here and give you some insight on some NBA plays. But for right now, yeah, I'm not going to have confidence in throwing anything out there, knowing I only put a half unit on a play, you know, so.
That's totally fair there.
But, so thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. And,
Absolutely.
Good luck to everybody out there. And as always, man, bet responsibly.
Of course.
See ya.
Have a good one. Terry, are you looking at anything for this game?
Nope. If I'm playing any basketball today, I'm tailing that guy there.
Not me. Don't tail me.
Tailing. I can't even point at you. That guy.
Yep.
Yeah. So other than that, no basketball for me.
Fair enough. Go over to the chat here. First quarter over 9.5. Is that the total for that game? I don't hate that. I can see the Cardinals putting up 10 points in the first quarter. Very windy over here in the Bay Area, and it looks like it might rain. Maybe under in that Sunday night game. I had the Cavaliers plus 300 yesterday. Hell yeah! There you go.
Dude, that's sick. I didn't bet that game.
What's good, Sam Anderson? How you doing?
Good morning.
But all right, we'll just run through all these basketball games then. Orlando Magic at the New York Knicks in this one. Knicks 12-point favorites plus 580 run back. Total 214. Looking at anything here?
Yes, this one actually has my best bet in it. So that one's over at Picks and Parleys. It's the only game I'm not going to give out today. So if you guys are interested in that one's over on the site.
All right, fair enough. Move on here. The Boston Bruins, Boston Celtics are at the Houston Rockets. I'm thinking Texans, and I'm thinking Astros. Thank you very much. Total 222.5. Are you looking at anything in this one?
Yeah, I'm on a lot of favorites today. Boston's going to be one of them. I know it has not been a good start. Losing to that Knicks game was really close for them. That one's fine. And then they got absolutely obliterated by Toronto. Granted, I really got nothing to say about that one. I was all over Boston that day, and it kind of puzzled me how they lost straight up to Toronto. But this Houston team is bad. I'm not expecting any from this team. The only reason why they won last game, they had a really big game from Wood. So that's the only real.
They had a lot of Wood there.
I mean, yeah, the big guy in the middle. What's his full name? I want to say it's Cameron Wood, but I'm not. I cannot confirm that. I'm gonna get it up now because I want to remember his name. Christian Wood. So you got a big game from him, and that was the only reason why. I think you really see a good game from this Boston Celtics team. Everybody is, mostly everybody. Hold on, let's see. Boston. Jaylen Brown is questionable due to a knee injury. Other than that, everybody else should be good. Once again, John Wall is out for Houston. He's not going to play another game for Houston. He's looking for a new team. Makes sense. So I'm on Boston. I think they get the job done today. I know this is the only game that Terry really doesn't like from my card, but I think Boston gets the job done by double digits.
Fair enough. I would actually lean towards Houston in this spot, to be completely honest. I had this game handicapped 2.5 with Houston at home. So lean towards the Rockets. And my thoughts on this, which we know my pea brain size NBA mind, how good that is. So FanDuel has a boost for the Knicks, Celtics, Sixers, all to win at plus 140.
Well, considering that Celtics are -5, Sixers are -7.5, Knicks are -12, I would kind of think they would all win.
Fair enough. And then you end up hitting that New Orleans game. No,
I got it at 5.5. I will say my dad texted me this morning saying 3-0 yesterday. Apparently he got it at 7.5. So that's kind of good. And they also gave him the last 2 plays of the night with my Grizzlies bet and my Portland bet. So he had a good night. But no, I did not end up hitting that New Orleans Pelicans line because I bet it too early. Well, I bet it early, and the line did not move the way I thought it would.
Fair enough. Moving on here, this is the only game I have a play on. We have the Philadelphia 76ers and the Oklahoma City Thunder in this one. Sixers 7.5-point favorites, plus 270 run back here with the Thunder. Total 216.5, and I'm going to get my play out of the way. Plain and simple, until they start giving me team totals of 99.5 or lower, I'm going to bet unders with Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City team total under 104 in this game against a good defensive team in Philadelphia. That's where I'm going for this one.
Yeah, I for the amount of shit talking I've done to the Sixers, I'm on them today. And the only reason why is because they're against Oklahoma City. I'm still not a believer in this Philadelphia team. Joel Embiid has to carry the team. And he's questionable for today with a knee injury. Once again, knee injury, it's not pretty for big guys to have that. Tobias Harris is good. Andre Drummond is now doubtful with an ankle sprain. So now they're going to be on a let's see, who's going to end up playing minutes for Philly in that center role. I'm trying to figure that one out. You're going to get Charles Bassey, who's going to be getting some of the backup minutes for this Philadelphia team when Joel Embiid's on the bench. That's very concerning. But still, I think that Philadelphia takes care of business. There's nothing on this Oklahoma City Thunder team that makes me think that they're going to do anything today. I think that even with Joel Embiid beat up, I still think that you could see the Philadelphia 76ers win by 20 today.
Fair enough. We'll try through these games. We have 2 more left. Golden State at Sacramento. Golden State 3-point favorites in this game, around plus 130 here with the home dog, the Kings. Total 234. What are we looking?
Here's another example of bet your games early. I got the over at 231.5. It's moved 2.5 points from last night. At this point, I still think they go way over. I still think this one gets into the 240s, maybe even 250s in this game. Golden State has a good offense, and we've seen Sacramento this year. They've been up and down the court, and they score. The first couple games, Sacramento had that big, 124, 121 against Portland. And then they scored 101 points against a very good defensive Utah Jazz team. Granted, that one went under, but against a good Utah Jazz, I'm not too worried about it. And I think with the Golden State Warriors, they score enough because Kings don't play that good of defense. So I'm thinking we get this one to go way over, 240s, 250s in this game. Over is the play I like for this one. And most likely, this one probably won't be my last Woody Stand pick.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Kings team total or 115.5?
Yeah, why not? I think you're going to see both teams get in the 120s.
All right, that's all I needed. I just added another play to my card. I was looking at the Kings in this spot. I had this game handicapped at 2. It's a 3, and I do like the over as well in this game. So I'm going to tack on team total over 115.5 at minus 110 for the Sacramento Kings here.
Nice.
Team total over 115.5. But we'll move into our last game here. We have a couple comments real quick. What up? Cashed my 10-team parlay with the Wings over 5.5, the Avalanche over 6, Maple Leafs over 6, Manchester City, AC Milan, Braves plus 1.5, Pacers minus 4, Dallas minus 3.5, and the Timberwolves pushed, and the Bucks minus 6. Hell
Nice.
yeah.
It's a hell of a parlay.
He also likes Harrison Barnes over 16.5 points.
Yeah, why not? He's been one of the key pieces for this Kings team, especially with he's just been one of the key pieces, so I don't mind it. Yeah, I like it.
All right, but we'll move into our last game here. The Lakers are hosting the Memphis Grizzlies in this one. Lakers 5.5 point favorites, plus 185 run back here with the Grizzlies, total 224.5. Terry Edelman, I know you're the NBA expert here. Where are we looking? Nope. All right, Tim.
All right, I was about to say, hold on. This game will have my last Woody Stanley pick in it. And I'm grabbing Memphis. I'm grabbing Memphis plus the points. This team, Grizzlies up. I know it's a back-to-back for them, but they've gone from LA to LA. I'm not concerned. And you're going up against a Laker team that you almost had freaking AD and Dwight Howard fight each other the other night. And you're telling me that this team's in a good mental state. Now, Grizzlies are coming in. They're going to come in, upset. I love John Morant. I think he's going to have a solid game. Dylan Brooks will most likely be back today. He is not on the injury report. He was out the first 2 games where Grizzlies won. And I'm once again fading the Lakers. I don't know why you guys want to bet on the Lakers at this point of the year right now. They have not done anything to prove it. They lost to Golden State. They lost to Phoenix. I bet against them in both games. I'll be betting against them today. I'll be betting against them until they get their first win. I'm not a fan of this Laker team. And the fact that I got 6 points last night on the Grizzlies. Once again, moved down to 5.5, 5 on some books. I'm all over Memphis.
Fair enough. Yeah, looking at this spot here, you said there's there's going to be a bunch of people on the Lakers. I'm seeing 70% of the tickets, 99% of the money is on the Grizzlies in this one.
Yeah, it's still early, and this is a 10 o'clock game, so we're 9:30 game. I'm not worried about the money on it.
Also, another interesting one I see here: 64% of the tickets, 97% of the money on the Rockets tonight.
Yeah, don't use the money and stuff from today because there's not enough information on that for it, especially with the amount of people betting the NFL today. Not a lot of people are betting NBA, so I don't like it. I don't judge it on that.
Yeah, Warriors -3 have most of the tickets, but no line movement.
Yeah, I would be on Sacramento in that game too.
Yeah. I have Memphis slotted as a 3 seed this year. Might be crazy,
Oh, I like
have-
it. I like it. I might also be crazy because I think Denver has a shot at the number 1 seed in the West, but we'll see.
All right. But now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the main event. All right, we lost him. We get the NHL now. As we will kick it on off here. I'll kick it on off here. San Jose Sharks are at the Boston Bruins in this one. -195 now for the Bruins, around +175 run back here with these San Jose Sharks. Total of 6. We'll let Terry talk because he hasn't talked in a minute. Where are you looking for this game?
I'm going San Jose +1.5, -149. I'm probably going to sprinkle a little bit on San Jose money line as well. San Jose has really surprised me. They're getting good offense, they're playing good defense, and they're getting good goaltending. So they're off onto a 4-0 start to the season, and I like what I'm seeing from them. So +1.5 is the more safer bet, but a little sprinkle on San Jose money line for some value, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, looking at this one here, the only thing with me with San Jose in this spot is this is their 4th road game in 6 days, and this is their 4th road game out of a 5-game road trip. And now they're playing a good Boston Bruins team, which I do like this Boston Bruins team. I got them last night. I laid a tiny bit of juice around -175, -178 on these Boston Bruins, basically saying that this line was going to be -195, -200 by the time the puck drops. And I had this game handicapped at Boston -220. -225. I also don't mind Boston in regulation here at -145. I think that's a nice little spot as well. I think that the Boston Bruins come in and they get the job done in this spot against the Sharks team. Yes, I understand the Sharks have looked really good so far this season. I'm not saying they haven't. This is a undefeated Sharks team, which we didn't expect to start this way. But I say the Boston Bruins defeat 2 unbeaten teams in back-to-back games as they took care of the scrub Sabres. Now they're going to take care of the Sharks here.
Hold on. Scrub Sabres? Screw you.
Yeah. I don't mind them in regulation either, but I went straight up money line. I wouldn't go money line now that it's a -195, but I got them at -178 last night.
Oh, that's fair, I guess. Whatever. We got a couple more games. We do have a couple of chat. Hi, Dad. Good morning. How you doing today? All right. All right, guys. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. See you. Meaner plus.
Oh,
Meyer.
Sorry.
Timo Meyer. No, it's okay. It's fine. Timo Meyer. He's a San Jose Sharks player.
There you go.
Plus half an assist. That's not
Yeah,
bad at all.
the Grizzlies last night. Yeah. He has had 5 in just 4 games. You can get it for around +200. Don't mind that.
Even as someone who's back in the Bruins, that might be an interesting spot there.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and move on. We only got 4 games today, so it kind of works out. So there's a couple games today. Nashville is in Minnesota. I'm trying to pull up the NHL line so that I could actually read it off. Minnesota Wild is a -165, still undefeated 4-0 after their win last night in overtime. Nashville has had a real struggle at the start of the year, 1-4 to start off. Who started first game? I believe Nick did. So Terry, you go first.
I'm just checking starting goaltenders for this. Kapil Kakkonen will be starting for the Wild. That's their young backup. But Nashville has unconfirmed, but it has Connor Ingram.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm guessing that Riddick is not playing. David Riddick, maybe he's injured or something?
He's hurt right now.
Oh, he is hurt. Okay. So yeah, Connor Ingram. I don't even know if he's played an NHL game yet, but that I like my plays. I'm on Wild money line, -164, and Wild team total over 3.5 plus 105. The Wild have been down in every game, all 4 games. They've trailed, and they've come back in all 4. So that's something to look at too, is they seem to be falling behind early. So I wouldn't talk somebody off Nashville first period. But then the Wild come back and win. They've been scoring lately with Ingram and net. Nashville played in Winnipeg last night. Now they're traveling to Minnesota. Minnesota played at home yesterday against Anaheim. So Nashville's having to travel. Not that Winnipeg and Minnesota's that far, but they played last night. They're coming to Minnesota. I think the Wild are going to go 5-0. I think they're going to get the win, score some goals. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm on a similar page there with the goals in this spot, especially with the backup in with Kaapo Kähkönen. No Cam Talbot because he played last night. And then if it is Connor Ingram, yeah, I would probably look towards a Minnesota team total. I just think goals in this game, though. I have first period over 1.5 and full game over 5.5. I just expect some early goals in this one. We saw that yesterday with 1-1 at the end of the first with Nashville and Winnipeg. And Minnesota is a team that I can see put up some goals as well in the first period. They did last night. So both these teams have gone over in the first period in 2 of their first 4 games. And I can see some goals in this one overall as well. Minnesota's been putting up a little over 3 goals a game. And Nashville has been struggling defensively. I'm trying to find their numbers. They've given up around 2.75 goals per game, but they gave up 6 last night. And now they have a backup goalie, and I expect Minnesota to be able to get to them here. First period over 1.5, full game over 5.5 is where I'm going for this one.
I don't mind it. Go into the next game. We get the Detroit Pistons in Chicago taking on the Blackhawks. Blackhawks are a minus 165 favorite in this game. Total of 5.5. Detroit 2-2-1 this year. Blackhawks still yet to win a game. 0-4-1. What are you guys laughing at?
So did the Detroit Pistons relocate to the NHL? Did that happen? Did I miss some
Red Wings,
news?
Detroit Red Wings. I'm in basketball mode. Sue me. No, it's fine.
I'm not the only one.
You know what? At least I didn't call them like the baseball team or something. At least it was something from the similar time range. So Detroit Red Wings and the Chicago Bulls, of course, Blackhawks. No, I'm kidding. You know what? Just talk about the game. Nick, go ahead.
This is the only game I'm passing on today. I don't see much value on either side here. We have the Red Wings coming off of a bad loss against Montreal last night, and we have a really bad Blackhawks team that's 0-4 to start the year. I don't think this is a spot. This is for the NHL slate.
Stop it. Get some help.
This is your 1-800-GAMBLER game. Stay off this game. There's no reason Chicago should be a minus 165 favorite at 0-4. Just stay off this game.
Fair enough.
So I have a stat for this game. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I've been waiting to post. So Melissa in our group chat posted a very interesting stat. The Blackhawks could make history tonight in the NHL. The longest record for a drought without a lead to start the season is 324 minutes and 25 seconds by the California Golden Seals in 1970.
Wow.
The Hawks 0-4-1 are at 300 minutes and 57 seconds without having a lead. So if by the second period, 5 minutes through, if they don't have a lead by the 5 minutes in the second period, like the first 5 minutes, then they'll break the NHL record for longest losing drought. So
impressive.
As a Wild fan, I am happy to see the Chicago Shithawks crashing and burning. It's a great thing for me. So I don't have a pick on this game though. Detroit's burned me now. They had a semi-good start to the season, and now they're kind of going downhill. So these two teams are really bad, and I'm just going to stay off. But I would really like to see Detroit keep it tied or have a win or be winning through the second period, so Chicago breaks that losing record in NHL.
Yeah, with that record there, you're tempting me on betting the first period money line for the Detroit Red Wings. It's only a plus 125, so I don't really see the value on that spot, but I can definitely see that happening. Blackhawks have not looked good at all this year.
That's fair.
As Money Max says in the chat, Bertuzzi will be back in the lineup tonight because they're not in Canada, right? So
yeah.
Bertuzzi will be back in the lineup.
No, there you go.
I'm going to have to sit and think about this Red Wings game all day. When I'm watching football later, I'll be thinking about the Red Wings.
Yeah, lots of time.
Yeah. If I add a play, I'll put it on a community post for YouTube here.
Fair enough. Head back to the chat for a minute. Sam Anderson's asking about Counter-Strike stuff. I'll have free pick videos coming out because I know the major starts on Tuesday. So I'll definitely have some free pick videos out for that. Unfortunately, the game started at like 4 a.m., so that kind of sucks, but I'll make it work. Wild -1.5. Don't overthink this. Okay, you're just commenting. Wings don't have their best player. One of their best players. Wait, value on the Wings. And then he mentioned that Bertuzzi's in. But yeah. I'm still here, guys. I watched the show to the end. Like always, I don't know hockey or watch it, but I'm listening to try to learn about it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. Kane plus shot on goal, whatever it is, take it. He leads the league in shots on goal. He's an offensive engine.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
No night show for I have with NBA here and football and just everything that's going on. I don't have time at night to sit down and do a show. So I'll have a couple of free pick videos coming out for you though. Don't worry. We'll go to the last game of the night, which apparently the sports world wants me and Nick to be fighting against Allie for the last couple of days because yesterday our ECU Pirates in football went up against her Houston Cougars. Now our Islanders are going up against her Vegas Golden Knights. So I guess we're going to be fighting with her again today. Islanders 2-2-1 this year. Vegas 1-3. Vegas slight favorite in this game, a -120, total of 5.5. Terry, do you like our Islanders today?
Well, I don't really have an answer to that question. I need an answer from Nick. Who's starting goal for the Islanders? Because Varlamov is injured. Sorokin played last night. So is it Jacob Skarek?
Good question. It says Ilya Sorokin on RotoWire, but I highly doubt you.
He did come off a shutout last night.
He's still in the conversation to start. And if he does, he'll get and they have a full according to here. This is what they say analysis. The shutout was Sorokin's fourth in his career and the first of the season. Opponent notwithstanding, it was a positive start for the 26-year-old, who has now allowed 4 goals in his last 3 starts. Sorokin still in the conversation to start Sunday versus the depleted Golden Knights team. If he gets that game, he'll have 5 full days off before the next Islanders game in Nashville.
Well, goalies can play back-to-back nights. If you watch Talbot, Talbot got both of the games versus Anaheim, LA, back-to-back. So starting a goaltender back-to-back nights is not it's not unheard of. Mm-hmm. I would lean Islanders here. Like Sam Anderson said, Vegas is missing half their roster. They're missing their top players. They're not really starting off well this year because of that. I think losing Marc-Andre Fleury is going to have a big effect on them. I'm not sold on Leonard being the starting goaltender. So I'd probably lean to the Islanders here, but I don't have an official bet on it as of now. That might change later. We'll see with the goaltending. Sorokin, he got a shutout last night, but that was versus the Coyotes. So this is a step up in class. But then again, the Vegas is missing a lot of good players. So we'll see how this goes, but maybe Islanders is good luck.
Yeah, looking at this game for me, I'm not a fan of the Islanders today. This is another road game for them. This is a very difficult road trip to start the season, and I expect the Islanders not to come out with a positive record from it, to be completely honest. And this is a game where I don't know if they lose the full game, but I'm going Vegas Golden Knights in the first period. And here's the plain and simple reason why. The Islanders last night scored a goal in the first period, which now in their first 5 games, they've scored 2 first period goals. They are notorious for coming out super slow in these games and then playing better later towards the end. Vegas comes out and they average 1.33 goals per game in the first period. They come out strong. They are a team that they will strike early, and then I'm going to hope that they lead 1-0 at the end of the first period and cash this play here. I like the Vegas Golden Knights in the first period. I got it at -125. I know they're depleted, but this is a good first period team. I know they don't have Martinez. White Cloud's out. He got a puck to the wrist in his last game. Pasquaretti's out. Stone is out. Alex Tuck is out. Vegas is not going to be a team I'm going to look to back down the stretch here, but I think this is a good spot for them. They remain at home. They get a Islanders team that's on a long road trip on a back-to-back. I feel like this is a flat spot for at least the first period for the Islanders. I like the Vegas Golden Knights on this game. First period.
That's fair. Omar saying he took the under in this game.
I don't mind that either. Half of the offense is out for the Vegas Golden Knights here, to be completely honest, with Stone and Pacioretty and Martinez, no White Cloud, no Tuck. I mean, this is a banged up team, so I can absolutely agree with the under there.
I was going to look at that as well, but I need to see who the goaltender is for the Islanders.
Yeah, I need to see who the goaltender is. Plus, I can potentially get a better it would be a worse price if they say, oh, it's going to be Corey Schneider or whatever as your starting goalie for the Islanders. If that's the case, I'm going to slam the Vegas Golden Knights full game. If they announce, if they announce Snyder's going to be the starter, I'm going to bet the Vegas Golden Knights full game as well. Yeah. So that's why I'm looking at this game. I like the first period for Vegas.
That's all. That is everything for today, guys. Good work. Another big slate that we went over. And I'm expecting there will be eventually streams and stuff that are longer because eventually we do have to tag in college basketball. So there will be streams that are 2.5 hours long of us going over all of the stuff. But a good day today. We'll do a recap because I know there's a lot of stuff to recap for today's slate. But before we jump into that, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below between our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, all linked down below. Check out Terry Edelman over on Twitter at Let's Go Wild Picks.
I thought it was Let's Go Avs pick at
That's it. Goodbye.
All right, see ya. Make sure you check him out on Twitter as well. Speaking of Picks and Parleys, Craig did his show earlier. Me and Nick obviously doing our show at 10 a.m. And Higgs will be live in about 10-ish minutes afterwards. Allie at 1:30. And then some free picks and stuff tonight, but nothing real crazy because it is Sunday. So not a lot of content out after today for tonight, but there will be some stuff. So just stay tuned to the channel. Keep notification bells on. We'll have a couple of free pick videos tonight as well. Recapping because we get an NFL slate, and I got a bunch of NBA today. For NFL, couple plays. Baltimore -6.5 for me. Football team +9. The over in the Kansas City and the under in the Tampa Bay. For basketball, I like the Hornets Brooklyn game to go over. I got that one at a good line, 231.5. I like the Golden State game to go over. I got that one at 231. I like the Boston game -5 and Philadelphia -7.5. And of course, I love the Memphis Grizzlies +5.5 against the old fart Lakers. Nick?
All right. Let's get all my plays up here. For the NFL, we started going over that over an hour ago. I like the Ravens. I like the team total over for the Titans at 26.5. Arizona team total over 33. Dolphins money line plus 110. I also added the Washington football team total over 19.5. I also like for basketball, team total under 104 for the Thunder, team total over 115.5 for the Kings. For hockey, I'm on the Bruins money line, the Vegas Golden Knights first period money line, the Minnesota Wild first period and full game overs.
And then we did have Legion in here. He gave out 3 of his favorite NFL picks. He likes the Miami Dolphins plus 2.5. He likes Cincinnati plus 7.5. And he likes the Las Vegas Raiders on the money line today. And then Terry, go ahead.
Tennessee team total over 26.5. Green Bay team total over 28.5. Green Bay -8. Las Vegas money line. Arizona team total over 33.5. And then the NHL, San Jose plus 1.5. Minnesota money line, and Minnesota team total over 3.5. I also have my teaser. I did an 8-team teaser. Cincinnati plus 13.5. Tennessee plus 12. New York Jets / New England under 49.5. Green Bay -0.5. Vegas plus 4. Tampa Bay -5. Arizona -10.5. And then Indy, San Francisco under 50.5. Just a fun little teaser. That's what I did. And instead of making more plays in NFL and games like wasn't quite sure of, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to throw the games I like. I'm going to throw them in the teaser and then just have the picks that I really like as well. So
I like that approach. But checking the chat one more time, hoping we all cash some money today. Of course. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good luck today, betting wise. You too as well. Appreciate all the support over here. But Nick, go ahead and finish out today's stream.
Yeah, that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we go live here on ESP, which is every single day, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined with Timothy Earle and Terry Edelman, and we also want to thank Legion of Picks for joining us as well. But that's going to just about do it for this one. I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Good luck today.